it's dearyoongi here, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. As I usually create videos about mainly K-pop and occasionally Drag Race, I'm sure a lot of you won't know that I'm actually a really big fan of Eurovision, and with that coming back around again and America doing their own, I thought it'd be really fun to combine two of my interests and create a video talking about some K-pop songs I think could be good Eurovision songs. I have actually already made this video before on an old channel of mine 2 years ago, which is long pirated now, and I've seen a lot of fellow K-pop YouTubers creating similar videos recently, so I just wanted to clarify before anyone accuses me of taking this idea from anybody or anything. Check their videos out too if you get a chance, because I haven't yet, but I'm sure they're fabulous. Before I start, it's disclaimer time. You know how I work. Please note that these are just my opinions and I'll try to explain them as best as I can, but please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. I always love hearing them. And as I always say, please note that I am not intending to send any hate to any artist or individual with this video or any of my others. I'm not sure how anything I say in this video could be interpreted as hate, but you never know, so I thought I'd just say it anywho. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. First song I want to talk about is New East Face. This was New East's debut song, and I always say whenever I hear it, it just sounds so much like an older K-pop song than it actually is. It came out in 2012, which I guess would be called an older K-pop song now. Oh my god, it's 2022. But it sounds like quite early 2000s, and I think the song itself, as well as like the choreography and styling, always give me like a bit of a Eurovision vibe. There's this like beat break in the middle, and imagine how cool that would be on a Eurovision stage with all the lighting and the effects and the audience. The high tops as well, and the crazy hair. You know who I'm thinking of if you've ever watched Eurovision. It's Jedward, which I'm all for. I love Jedward. Also, the English part in the song, which I don't really understand, but I'm sure somebody does who can explain it to me. The whole, this is a story about a dwarf and a dime, it's gonna end just like David and Goliath, that whole thing. It's just peak weird Eurovision out of context content, you know what I mean? Next up, Icon Love Scenario. Now this song proper blew up in Korea. I think from what I know, I'm pretty sure the government had to like ban it from elementary schools or something because kids were so obsessed. I could only imagine how YG felt about that, because I'm sure that's not the direction he imagined for them, but whatever. It's such a good feel-good song. It makes you just so happy and it feels so pure when you listen to it. And there's so many like feel-good love songs in Eurovision, which is why I'm thinking this one would nestle in nicely. Oh, I've actually thought of an example while we're here. Fly on the Wings of Love, which Denmark did. I can't remember the artist, I'll put it on screen. Years ago. That song always sticks with me because it was a proper love song. Just these guys vibing on guitars with this really feel-good, happy energy love song. People eat that right up. It's exactly what good vibes Eurovision is supposed to promote. So a song like Love Scenario would not be out of place on the Eurovision stage, especially with the big chorus vocals at the end with all the voices. Granted, I know you're not allowed more than 6 people on stage in a performance, I think, but imagine this song getting popularity beforehand on YouTube, so by the time the final came round, the audience would all be able to do the participation. It'd be so cute. Not to bring my Eurovision knowledge back into it, because trust me, it's not that good. But I was a really big fan of Soldi by Mahmood, which was Italy's song the other year. And by the time that was on the main stage, everyone knew it so well that they were joining in with the chorus and clapping along. And we were at home as well. That is the exact sort of vibe that I imagine Love Scenario having. And I think it would do well, you know. Another song I'd like to talk about is Yua from Oh My Girl, her song Bon Voyage. I mentioned in one of my recent videos where I reacted to viewer song suggestions that this song gives me Eurovision vibes, and I'm sticking with that thought. It has a low-key summery vibe as well. I mean, of course, the clue is in the title for that, but the whole aesthetic to it with the music video and the instrumental. I love the part in the chorus where you can just hear the instrumental and the backing woes, and that part I could definitely picture seeing on the Eurovision stage. I think it'd be a good song that fans would really love and that would perform really well. It kind of reminds me, not too similarly, but also kind of similarly to Euphoria by Loreen. Mainly just the dancing style that is in the video of like, you know, you are having fun and like, you know, floating around. And that kind of reminds me of Euphoria, like that kind of one person on stage, nothing too crazy, just having fun and performing the song. And I think that is the sort of thing that people would like to see again. Next up, Ace, Cactus. This is another one which literally screams Europop to me whenever I hear it. I feel like I'm at the fairgrounds sometimes with like the booming music and the rides and the flashing lights. So is it any surprise that I could imagine a country using something like this for their Eurovision entry? It's that instrumental again, I think, like teamed up with the actual singy chorus. This beat is really memorable and catchy. I think it would work in its favour, especially towards the end where it kind of like pops off a little, if you get what I mean. Could you imagine like this being performed like halfway through the night? The crowd would go absolutely crazy because at that point they're already hyped, and then you have like a really hyped song like this. It's just classic European pop, and that sort of stuff always does really well in Eurovision. Well, at least with me sitting at home. I'm not sure how the critics feel about that, but next up, aespa, Dreams Come True. I know this isn't their song, but it's their version, I think, that gives me more of a Eurovision vibe, especially in the chorus with their vocals, so this is the one I'm going to include. I'm not sure if it's the way it's edited, but their voices just make this sound like the sort of piece you would enter into the Eurovision Song Contest. Like, you know, the sweet sort of feel-good melodies to their voices that kind of seem so pure and sweet, and then when you pair that with the lyrics about dreaming about the one you love, as well as the fact that the lyrics are kind of strange in some places that don't really make sense, now that's definitely a Eurovision staple feature. Right down to the choreography, this song just needs to be on this list. It's one of those where you think you know what's going on, but then you kind of don't, especially with the bridge, you know, with the alien part. Oh my god, that's Eurovision all over, where you think, I know exactly what's going on here, and then something weird happens. I love it. I think it'd be great on a Eurovision stage. Even the outfits, they look so pretty and like dreamlike. It's pretty much ready now to go on Eurovision stage. Next song I want to talk about is AOA's Laddie Daddy. I know AOA are a tough sore subject now, but I was a huge fan of them and I know a lot of their music, so I do want to include them in this video if that's okay. This is one of their B-sides from their Bingle Bangle mini album, and I nearly didn't include it for the reason that I was trying to keep this all to title tracks, but I do like this song more than Bingle Bangle, so I thought, hey, why not share it with some other people? This song is so good in my opinion, and it hits the nail on the head for what I'm talking about. From the very beginning where the instrumental first comes in, straight away it gives me the exact sort of Eurovision Europop vibe that I keep talking about. It's very poppy. I was actually really surprised to hear this, one, in a K-pop song being done so well, and two, in an AOA song because it's not really their style, but then, to be fair, the entire Bingle Bangle album strays away from the AOA sound that we knew quite well, so it makes a lot of sense. Even the title, Laddie Daddy, kind of just sounds like something I'd expect a Eurovision song to be called. Next up, let's talk about the best K-pop song of all time. No, I'm just kidding. It's one of my favourites, and that is TVXQ's Catch Me.
Baby, catch me, catch me good tonight.
This is my favourite K-pop song when now I think about it, and I always say it has any and everything you could want from a K-pop song. I think that's why I love it so much. Amazing vocals, the beat, the rap verse, the choreography, it's all on point, and for all those reasons that's why I could also imagine it being on a Eurovision stage. A lot of the Eurovision greats have a little bit of everything in them. They don't necessarily stick to one thing. They're jam-packed with everything that they can do to showcase whatever they have the best in a few minutes, and I like that sometimes those sorts of songs take us on a journey, and when I think of a song that takes me on a journey, I do think of Catch Me by TVXQ because there's just so much to it. Honestly, it's such a credit to them in the discography because I couldn't imagine anyone else doing it, but I'd be so devastated if it didn't exist, you know? So if you listen to the full song, it does feel like a whole showcase in itself already, which is why I think you could easily drag and drop it onto a Eurovision stage. I know it's funny that this is my most favourite song on the list and in general, and I don't really know what else to say about it other than if you listen to it, maybe you'll understand what I mean if you're someone like me who likes a song that has everything but the kitchen sink in it. Is that a British phrase? I have no idea. I'm sorry if it's just completely a weird thing to say. But yeah, I love this song so much. I feel like if I was trying to explain K-pop to somebody and my tastes in K-pop, I would show them this song as like a bit of everything sort of song. Next up, Tiara's subunit Tiara N4, Jeonwon Diary. This song actually features Taewoon from Speed as well. Right, you're gonna have to excuse my knowledge of music and instruments here because my theory is not what it once was, but this song gives me that Eurovision vibe as soon as the sax or whatever the instrument is comes in every damn time with the do-do, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it, I'll just insert a clip here. It immediately transports the song to Eurovision for me. And we hear it throughout various points of the song, the lead up to Taewoon's verse, through his verse, and the chorus. The chorus is very repetitive and catchy, with that catchy choreo too, like the shoulder and chest move. I think it would just stick in your head and you'd love it and vibe with it if you saw it live. Some of the best songs are the most memorable ones, with like the funny dances and things like that. We've all seen lots of them. There's a really nice build up from the verse to the chorus, and we all know the vibe so well because it's really catchy. It's one of those where you'd get through the first verse and the chorus and you think, right, I know what I'm in for. And you can just enjoy the performance. I definitely vote for this song, I'm not gonna lie. Next up, 21, I Love You.
I love you. I love you.
I actually think there are various 21 songs that you could include in this video, but it had to be this one for me because I think it's 100% the chorus that does it. You know, the whole I love you woo vibe, like part with the auto-tuney bit in the background. I could really imagine that chorus in like a Europop song being played to a full arena of people at Eurovision. But there's times like that first line before it starts where CL says, when you feel like there's no way out, love is the only way. That feels like a really prominent message in a lot of Eurovision songs. You know, the whole message of love bringing us all together, kind of like how music does, which is pretty much the whole point of Eurovision. I like the image and togetherness that you get from it, if that makes sense. That, and it's just a bop as well. It does kind of make me feel like you would hear it in an arena full of people all having a good time. The lyrics are simple, it's not too crazy, especially in the chorus, but people would remember it, and I think that's really cute. And last but not least for this video, Block B's Jackpot.
Hit the jackpot, baby. La 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 la.
This one's a bit of an odd one, but at the same time it makes sense in my head. So I thought I'd include it, but I'd leave it till the end so you guys can think, what is she talking about? And then the video's over. We all know Block B have a lot of fun releases where they don't take themselves, styling or choreography too seriously. And it's just a bit of fun, you know what I mean? That's why I thought it'd be a perfect Eurovision entry, in the sense that it's one of those fun sort of songs that they do. And we've always got to have those songs that are a bit of a meme, if that makes sense. There's at least one every year where we think, what the hell was that? But it's so funny and everyone loves it. I don't think it'd be to that extent where it'd be crazy and like everyone would make fun of it, but I do think it'd be one of those ones where everyone's like, haha, this is fun, I remember it because it's the guys who were dressed weird or the guys who had the fun song. Could you imagine Zico tearing up a stage at Eurovision? I would pay a lot of money to see that. Honestly, I could have put a lot of Block B songs here, but I think what I want to go for with them is like the fun aspect of Eurovision, and this song for me is a really fun one. You have like the whole sort of circus fair set they had as well, with like, you know, the colours and like the crazy patterns. If you watch the music video, that's kind of the idea I'm thinking for the set of their Eurovision stage as well. Okay guys, and that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below some of your own suggestions. And if you're excited for Eurovision, are you watching the American one? I haven't watched any of it, but I know Alexa's on there, so maybe I could have included her in this video. That was a bit of a cop-out in my opinion. If you are yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell. That will let you be the first to hear whenever I upload. And as always, my social medias will be on screen. That is my Twitter and my Instagram. I always follow back fellow K-pop stans, so let's be friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys!